This is Adam, and he suffers from gout. Try Urol. It helps to prevent crystallization of uric acid crystals in gout therapy. Urol, effective urinary alkalinizer for gout.
Hello, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and past President Abdul Hadi Awang shared the same stage in Selangor for their second joint appearance last night, where they reminded Malay-Muslims of the importance of their votes. Former Premier Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and past President Abdul Hadi Awang have chosen Selangor as the stage of their second joint appearance. Speaking as guests at a town hall in Central City Shah Alam last night, the two reminded Malay Muslims of the importance of their votes to reclaim political power. When asked about his worries for the Malays, Mahathir brought up the community's generous spirit and claimed that it had brought them problems and led to the situation they are in now. Mahathir said although the Malays are generous to others by nature, the time has come for them to be less so. Meanwhile, Hadi said it is a must for all Muslims to vote and reminded the community that they will be questioned if the afterlife over their choice of leaders. Hadi reiterated that it is also a must for Muslims to fight for political power and, in the case of PAS, through participation in elections as part of a democracy. Hadi added that while there are other countries that took a more hardline approach against their governments, PAS has chosen the peaceful path with democracy. Mahathir first made his debut on a PAS stage in Kelantan last weekend as part of his Malay Proclamation agenda to unite the Malay votes for Pakatan Nasional against Harapan and BN. During his speech he then expressed hope for a high turnout of Malay voters to ensure PN's victory in the upcoming 6 state elections. Moving on to Penang, a DAP leader has claimed that an emperor is controlling the party in Penang and warned of the dangers it poses to the state and its people. A Penang DAP leader who was dropped from the state elections candidate lineup, which was announced yesterday, has hit out at an individual who he labelled as the emperor in Penang. Speaking at a press conference earlier today, incumbent Bagan Dalam Assemblyperson Satees Muniandy claimed that the candidate's lineup was not the one decided by the state party leadership. Instead, he said it was the choice of the emperor.
We have a democracy in Penang. We don't need emperors in Penang. I'm very clear. So I'm not in the emperor's camp. I got chopped. But I'm telling the emperor, you are not the emperor forever. The people of Penang are not stupid. Orang-orang Pulau Pinang adalah orang-orang yang paling matang dalam demokrasi, paling pandai dalam demokrasi.
He also discounted the threat of the Green Wave to Penang and described it as a scare tactic employed by the emperor to turn voters against Pakatan Nasional. He said it was being used to scare the people and make the emperor more powerful. Elaborating, Satees added that he believes there is no Green Wave in Penang as he has faith in the political maturity of Penang voters. He did not name the person he was referring to as emperor, but implied that the person is powerful enough to decide on DAP's candidates for Penang. According to him, the majority of representatives who were not selected to contest were those who supported caretaker Chief Minister Chow Kon Yeow to remain in office. Satees also stressed that his sudden outburst was not out of frustration at not being chosen as a candidate, but a genuine concern for the people of Penang. He pointed out how he has always been vocal on the issues that affect the people. He added that he will not accept any positions offered in return for not being fielded. Lawyers for Liberty has called on Fami to withdraw his report to the MCMC over an allegation made against him in a poster and to instead file a civil suit. Human rights group Lawyers for Liberty, or LFL, has accused Communications and Digital Minister Fahmi Fadzil of abusing his ministerial power. This was over a report lodged by Fahmi to the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission over a poster that alleged that he ordered a narrative to blame PAS for the Good Vibes Festival cancellation last weekend. In a statement today, LFL Director Zaid Malik said it is a conflict of interest and a clear abuse of ministerial power that a minister has ordered or set in motion the enforcement authority under his control for an investigation over an alleged libelous poster made about himself. He said since the minister himself initiated the matter, it puts pressure upon the enforcement agency and affects the fairness of the investigation. Zaid added that Fami is free to file a civil suit for defamation against parties responsible, like other ordinary Malaysian citizens. He also urged Fami to withdraw his orders for the MCMC to investigate the allegation made against him in the poster. He said all government leaders should refrain from using enforcement authorities against critics unless there is an actual threat of violence or injury. Earlier this week, Fami had denied claims made in a poster and labelled it as slanderous. He added that he would be lodging a report to the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission. Fami also took to social media to clarify the chronology of events leading to the festival's cancellation. An Amanah leader has described Amno as the best among 3 Malay-centric parties in the country. Khalid Samad said this at a Pakatan Harapan ceramah in Shah Alam last night. Amanah Communications Director Khalid Samad, who had been openly critical about Amno in the past, now believes that the party is the best among 3 Malay-based parties in Malaysia. During a Pakatan Harapan ceramah in Shah Alam last night, Khalid said there were 3 parties that truly represented the interest of the Malays, and the best out of them is Amno.
Parti Melayu, sebenarnya ada 3 lah yang benar-benar berdiri atas nama parti politik Melayu. Antara parti Melayu yang 3 ni, kita lihat yang terbaik adalah Amno Barisan Nasional. Kerana paling kurang dia faham politik itu untuk apa, untuk mentadbir, untuk menyelesaikan masalah rakyat. Mereka telah berjasa.
However, Khalid did not name the other 2 Malay parties. Amanah, unlike Bersatu, PAS, and Amno, does not impose any membership restrictions based on race or religion. In his speech last night, Khalid also hit out at PAS and Bersatu. He cited the emergency declaration and suspension of Parliament during the COVID-19 pandemic, when Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin was Prime Minister, and questioned what good came out of it. He added that they were not allowed to debate and were told to stay at home because of the movement control order. Khalid also claimed that PAS has deviated from its course now that their icon is caretaker Kedah Menteri Besar Mohamad Sanusi Madnor. Zahid has reminded the Amno wings on the importance of the state polls. According to a source, Zahid said it could be the last chance for the party to rise again. Amno President Ahmad Zahid has described the August 12 elections as the last chance for Amno to rise again. A source told Malaysia Kini that Zahid said the wing's contribution has not been encouraging, especially for the state elections. The source said that Zahid told the wings to inform the leaders of the truth about the ground sentiment if Amno wants to rise again in the polls. According to the source, Zahid also said the wings cannot function in a conventional manner, concentrating its focus on the machinery but ignoring the voters. Zahid, who is also the chairperson of BN, said this at a closed-door BN meeting last night. Meanwhile, the source, who attended the meeting, said Zahid had urged the wings to change their campaign strategies. The source said Zahid was firm that unlike past elections, there would be no vast allocations for the wings. He also compared Amno wings to Pakatan Harapan's machinery, which despite being much smaller and lacking in funds as well as manpower, was still able to attract more voters than Amno. In terms of seats, Amno is now ranked 3rd among the Malay parties behind PAS and Bersatu. In the upcoming 6 state elections, Amno will contest 108 seats using the BN logo. PAS members who contest as an independent in the upcoming state polls will be sacked from the party. This was the warning from PAS President Abdul Hadi Awang in response to a statement from one of the party's division. PAS will sack any members who contest as an independent in the upcoming 6 state elections. Malaysia Gazette quoted PAS President Abdul Hadi Awang as saying that Perikatan Nasional's candidates list has been finalized and members are expected to abide by the party's decisions. He said they would be immediately sacked if they did not follow the decision. Hadi reportedly said this when asked for comments over Tasik Gelugor PAS youth statement, urging Gerakan President Dominic Lau to withdraw and forget about plans to contest a state seat in the Malay majority parliament. Yesterday, Tasik Gelugor PAS Youth Vice Chief Muhammad Ikhwan Afiq Muhammad Anwar indicated that there are plans to field a Gerakan candidate in Telok Ayer Tawar and a Bersatu candidate in Permatang Berangan, which are 2 of the 3 state seats under Tasik Gelugor. Muhammad Ikhwan warned Lau that if he remained stubborn and still insisted on contesting in the Malay seat, they would launch a huge procession for an independent candidate in Telok Ayer Tawar and Permatang Berangan on nomination day. PN Chairperson Muhyiddin Yassin had previously announced that Gerakan will contest 36 out of 245 seats in 6 states. PN will be announcing its candidates for Selangor, Negeri Sembilan, Kedah and Penang tonight, followed by Kelantan and Terengganu tomorrow.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.